Consistency is a word we hear often, but it is easy to say and not to do. Most days don't feel special. You wake up, move through your routine, do what needs to be done, and repeat it again the next day. That is where I've realized consistency actually lives not in big moments, it's just in regular days like this. For a long time, I thought self-improvement was about motivation, about feeling inspired enough to change everything at once. I had started routines with a lot of energy, waking up early, planning perfectly, trying to do too much, and after a few weeks, I had stopped. Not because I didn't care, but because it was hard to keep up. Over time, I noticed that consistency wasn't really about pushing harder. It was about setting things up in a way that made it easier to keep going. Every habit I have managed to stick with has one thing in common. It actually fits into my life. Before I start something new, I usually ask myself a simple question. Why am I doing this? Not in a deep way, just honestly. Now, I keep my reasons small and practical. Things like wanting more clarity and more energy. One thing that has helped me stay consistent is starting smaller than I think I need to. Instead of trying to change everything at once, I focus on habits that feels almost too easy. At first, it feels insignificant, but after a while, those small actions start to stack up. Then, I realize consistency grows when the habit doesn't feel like a tax, when it feels like something that actually fits into the day. And at the end of the week, I usually look back and ask, what did I actually do consistently? That reflection matters more than meeting because it helps me adjust instead of quitting. Another thing I have learned is that consistency depends a lot on the environment. When my space is noisy, it is harder to focus. When things are simple, everything feels easier to start. I try to keep my setup minimal. When there is less resistance, consistency happens more naturally. Some days, the problem isn't discipline, it is energy. I have noticed that when I am tired, everything feels harder than it needs to be. So instead of forcing productivity, I pay more attention to basics, like sleeping, movements, and taking a break. Taking care of energy has made consistency feel more sustainable. And one of the biggest shifts for me has been learning to be patient. Progress isn't always visible. Some weeks feel repetitive, some weeks feel unproductive, but when I zoom out, I can see the change. Consistency doesn't always feel rewarding in the moment. It shows up quietly over time, and that has been enough for me. Self-improvement hasn't been doing more. It's been about showing up regularly in small ways and adjusting when needed. Nothing dramatic, just consistent effort over time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.